Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with more iRacing. This time around we're here with the VRS GT3 Sprint Series from Spa-Francorchamps. Yes, the final race of week 3 that I'm going to be doing, of course. I'll be honest, I've actually already attempted this race once before. It didn't go well. I've been like lap 2 at Blanchemont, so I've had to change the rear wing angle here on the Lambo. It was kind of driving like how I remember it being, just incredibly loose at the rear end. So I've upped the rear wing. It means we're going to lack a bit of top end speed, but I feel like around the lap it probably makes us far more consistent and therefore a bit quicker, and we're going to get a much better race out of it if I can do 20 odd laps rather than 2. But yeah, we'll jump into qualifying though first of all and try and get a good lap on the board, and gives you guys as always a good chance to listen to that V10 sing. Completely messed up the final chicane, but up towards the line then. That's going to be a 118.1. Yeah, that should have easily been down into the 17s there, but I mean, it's so tightly bunched up. I mean, look at that, 4 cars. What, 6 of us separated by a tenth and a half. Spa GT3 cars, it's insane how competitive this is, as one guy's pretty much dunked a second on everyone. Right, we're lining up then P17 as the number 22 car. It still hasn't been a particularly great qualifying early on this season. Waiting to finally try and nail a lap in one of these races. But of course, as my iRacing has slowly been trickling up, of course, we're always going to end up in more competitive lobbies. I've got no idea what's going on that side of the circuit. Their Ferraris appear to be mating with each other. But yeah, lining up then. Only going to be about 17, 18 laps then around Spa-Francorchamps today. So looking forward to it though. Fingers crossed. As always, top priority is making it to the finish then, as rounding through the final chicane, and it is green flag racing. And immediately the McLaren that we were alongside with then not getting off to a particularly good getaway, so we'll try and put alongside him as he's just going to let us by in towards turn 1. Will the source be particularly chaotic, or will people just play it fairly safe? There we go, cars running a little bit wide on the outside there. Lambo almost losing to the side of the Ferrari as he rejoins the circuit, of course waiting for Spa to get an update. Of course the 2022 variant of this venue will be very, very different with that gravel track there. There's plenty of cars picking up 1Xs. I imagine that Lambo's going to get a slowdown for that antic as we head up the Kemmel Straight. Then normally cars peel over onto the right-hand side, as it appears like he hasn't. down the middle, as he wanted to really try and make it difficult for me. Still on the inside of someone else though. Looks like it's a Ferrari with a Falcon tyre livery. As our cars getting very, very bunched up together up the road. Another Lambo with a slowdown. So we will squeeze by. Is
right side's clear.
Just stuck the nose in. Had to try and turn in at some point, but yeah, he clearly just wanted to try and half put the car there, and that has sent us right back to the rear of the field. Of course, I mean, got every right to try and battle, but felt like he was far enough back there that he should have probably been backing out of that one, and we are pretty much then at the rear of the field on this opening lap. An unfortunate incident to get involved in early on, but yeah, a bit like the race we did at Imola a couple of days ago then. We're going to have to try and fight our way back from the rear of the field. A little bit frustrated with that one, you know, felt like he was just trying to keep the nose there for the sake of keeping the nose there. Didn't feel like he warranted, you know, he certainly wasn't far enough alongside, and it certainly had the time to back out, but just simply refused to as we wound our way then through the final few corners of lap 1. Someone just checking if someone else is okay. Yeah, I think we're down to probably about P24, P25 here. We'll get confirmation in just a moment, of course, when we cross the start-finish line. But, I mean, luckily, yeah, we won't have picked up any damage, anything like that. Oh, that's a big shunt down through the final couple of turns. And it's another Lambo. Goes to show just how loose and lively they can be around this venue. Someone else not happy by the looks of it. As round in the final corner, then where are we going to be at the end of lap 1? It is going to be about P23, I think. P23, yeah. Someone else apparently has been lit.
Sorry.
What's my fault? Going on? I mean, this is Spa, so we are going to expect a fair bit of carnage and controversies. No, we're P22 in fact, so not as far down the order as I thought, but you just see all the cars winding up through a Rouge and Radion for the second time. We've just got to be sensible and try and make sure we get this thing in the right places. Oh! And immediately then, that is going to happen at Lacombe. Somehow just about able to avoid the BMW's M4 in front of me, as we might be able to get a run off. Well, come on, pick a line.
He's still there.
There we go, that's going to be a few freebies immediately picked back up as Marco, another car who clearly had issues on the opening lap, now just behind us as well. That's a frustrating 1X. We've got to be avoiding instant points still. Still sat at 1.3 SR. We need to bring that back up. So BMW's not going to get the best run at Stavolo, but he is going to have the slipstream from our fellow Lamborghini just up the road. See, we are gaining a little bit of time. I'll try and time, of course, the run out of Longchamp, as that is definitely not the right line on the way in. That's going to be another 1X, just completely mispointed the car. Have to go defensive from the Ferrari behind. Got more yellow flags out then. Someone else potentially with issues. Yep. Almost rejoined there. Porsche thinks better of it. Where are we going to be at the end of lap 2? It's been quite a chaotic opening couple of laps here from Spa. It's 16, so I think we're up from where we started now, somehow, in all of that. So again, just not quite able to position the car where I need it in through T1. Just got to focus. Ferrari's going to get a much better run as we head out of the Rouge and Radion there. We're going to try and sit in the middle of the road, just make him guess one side or the other. He's going to go to the outside, so we're going to have to try and keep it on the brakes. Do get a 0X, we go door to door, but we hang on to the position for now. Oh! Whoa! Had to try and get around the Lambo there, as 4 seconds slowdown for that. We couldn't go anywhere. Oh, now we're going to lose a load more spots as well. We were trying to defend from Marco behind. And the BMW in front just tipped the Lambo into a spin. I'm not going to try and battle it, mate. We've got to get rid of this slowdown. Losing ourselves as little time as possible. So yeah, we'll try and get rid of it down into a Rouge and Radion, but that's so frustrating. You know, I get the slowdowns are a necessary thing on iRacing to stop people being cheeky, but when there wasn't a lot I could do, it's sometimes a little bit frustrating there. We've just got to make sure we get rid of it. Oh no, don't go the other way. Come on, go! We're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a penalty. Yeah. Why on earth? How it reckon we gained 3/10 there? I will never quite understand.
right. Clear right.
This guy by as well then apparently. He's just going to send it at the end
Incident in.
of the straight. I may as well just brim the tank.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
I don't know if it's a drive-through or a black flag though, that's the problem. I think... yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's so annoying. Really not the start to this race we needed. I think it might end up being quite a lonely one here from Spa, but still need to do it for the SR if anything. Well, we're up to 5x already, so it's not going to do me many favours on that front. Do it for the MPR as well, I guess, but yeah, we were fractions away from getting rid of it entirely, but so frustrating the fact we were avoiding a car and that's what granted us the penalty in the first place. Right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to box for fuel, and then hopefully it'll serve the penalty as well. If not, then we know we've got to drive through, but don't really gain anything or lose anything by just doing it this way around, of course. But yeah, just so annoyed with that. Second week in a row we picked up a penalty here in the VRS GT3s, but yeah, like I said, that one even more frustrating than last week's. As will we see the penalty served once I put the fuel into the car.
Just push.
Cheekily try just to get rid of my standings for 1 second. Yeah, hold for 41 seconds. Okay, so right, let's just get my standings back up, and yeah, we'll head back out once it's all sorted. Heading back out of the pit lane, then we're going to be back down into about P22 of this race. So yeah, now it really is operation trying to save my iRacing and SR here. Fuel is going to be quite close to the end. Reckons we've got 11 laps worth, and it reckons the race might be 11 or 12, so might be a case of lift and coast, but yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But so gutted. So gutted. I love Spa so much. It's a brilliant track in these cars, but we just constantly seem to be in the wrong place at the wrong time at the moment. You just get weeks like that in sim racing where nothing seems to go your way, and maybe this week is just one of those, apparently. Just thought as well, if I'd been really sensible, what I should have done is waited at least to the end of next lap and then boxed. So obviously then we could have guaranteed we'd make it to the end on fuel, but yeah, just wasn't quite thinking all those sorts of narratives as well there. P22, it's not looking good for our iRacing right now. Every time we seem to get back over 2.2k, I just get a nightmare race that chucks it back down once more. So now we've closed up. Let's see on McLaren, this is a lap down. I think this was the guy we started just behind in this race. He's clearly lacking some... well, where am I off? Lacking some confidence in the car. And we will sneak through. I don't know why this Lambo understeers so badly through here. Every single time I'm getting that. So apologies to that guy. Over there. Or Olivier even. Yeah, just catastrophic understeer from the Lambo. We are still seeing people disconnecting and leaving in various bits and pieces, so there might still be places to be gained. Of course, you never know who's going to collide with who as well, as we've now overtaken Ryosuke. Seem then 6 seconds up the road, and then there's a minute up to Andrew. But, you know, if these guys have all got a pit, it might bring us a whole lot closer. You know, say we are quicker, say cars get damaged. You know, I think it is just going to be one of those ones where we just got to try and pick up the pieces late on in the afternoon. You know, it might be a case that we have to go a lap down to Aslan by the end to make sure we've got enough fuel to see us through to the flag. But yeah, it's just going to be a long old afternoon. There we go. Back up then into P18, as that was very close to another 1x. Really just trying to avoid those at all costs. But yeah, gap is coming down to more and more cars. But yeah, the real one we've got to try and close in on is Wasim. I think last time round, I don't know why I've gone up to 6th, that's annoying. Come on, Matt, concentrate. Yeah, last time round, we didn't take any time out of him. We ran an 18-1. Wasim's flying. Well, what worries me that we're halfway through, honestly, that's gone slightly quicker than I thought it would. But yeah, it doesn't reckon we got enough fuel to see ourselves through to the checkered flag. So it might require a splash and dash right at the end. Either that or I try and learn how to do an economy drive on iRacing. It reckons we're about 0.7 laps down, so I've got to save about 10% fuel. Not even convinced that'll save as much time come the checkered flag, truth be told. Well, we're back to P17 then, so we are slowly picking up a couple more spots as we go on, but yeah, we're getting quite close actually on the fuel, although it reckons 15 minutes left. We're going to have to box, aren't we, as leaders into the pit lane. Yeah, it reckons we'd only get to about lap 16, so yeah, we're going to have to box either way then. Don't think we can save that much fuel come the checkered flag. That's annoying. Well, we have got more cars into the pit lane then, but yeah, still just trying to bring the fuel in the right direction. It is definitely going the right way. We are lifting and coasting, so I think it is still going to be quite close, of course, because it's just a case of whether we can extend it onto that extra lap. But yeah, we've saved about a pit straight worth that time round. Of course, at Spa, the pit straight isn't much of the circuit, but we may as well just try. We can't really lose a lot, to be honest, at this point. We are so far, I think, yeah, we're a good lap or so ahead of the next car behind us that we could be battling. We may as well just kind of throw caution to the wind and go for it. Oh, just picked up a 1x again. I'd done pretty well throughout a lot of this stint to make sure that we avoided them, but fuel saving is still going on. But I mean, we are definitely saving a fair amount. But will it be enough by the end? I'm not convinced it will be. 3 laps worth of fuel will only take us to about 38 minutes, but all I'm really now trying to do is see if Wasim's going to push up to try and close in, whether we might be able to force an error out of him. You know, maybe just try and grant ourselves a freebie, but yeah, not really what we wanted today, but I am going to have to box before the end. It might push us a lap down, but yeah, just a series of unfortunate events this afternoon. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, it is Monday afternoon, so I'm not going to get another chance to do the VRS GT3s. I just want a good, solid week again. Bring back week 1. I'm trying to remember where it was now off the top of my head. Monza, wasn't it? And we started from the back. Perhaps that's just what I need to do. Start from the back. Try to avoid the chaos early on, but yeah, that Ferrari hadn't tipped me into a spin. Who knows how much of this we would have avoided. Right, well, only 2 more laps to go then here from Spa, but we are going to have to box in for more fuel, and I've decided as well we may as well just test about, see with the new tyre changes in pit stops. We may as well just test, see how much longer it takes when we're just doing a splash and dash. Not the best way into the pits, but into the pits we'll go. 50 miles an hour, they're getting stopped nicely on the marks, and yeah, let's just make sure we get it slowed down into our box, all clean and tidy as well. You know, may as well try and push for a quick lap right at the end, and no, I haven't shot in the box. We're all good. But yeah, Wasim's going to sneak back through. Like I said, I think Aslan will probably. I'm not even convinced actually. I've put enough fuel that we'll have to let him buy, of course. Otherwise, we might not make it through to the checkered flag. But tyres there for now. Of course, you're putting fuel in the car at the same time. Only takes 20 seconds, so there we go. We can put fresh tyres on the car each week then in VRS, but here comes Aslan as we head out of the pit lane. Just make sure that we don't do anything to upset him. Oh, he's about 4 seconds back, so might be able to go for one more push lap. Is going to be the final lap next time round, of course, once I've let him by. That's really stupid, Matt. Bravo. Pick up a 1x late on in the day, because why not, apparently? Well, Aslan then has closed up to me, so of course I'm not going to be trying to slow him up or anything like that. We're just going to get out of the way in a nice, safe space, but we are going to try and push them for fast... Oh, not, we won't get fast lap, but a much better fast lap right at the end there. I mean, 2:16s with 2k iRacing is mighty impressive there. As you can see, the confidence he's got to even fling that Ferrari with a wheel on the grass. Let's try and nose it in towards Blanchimont. But yeah, we'll finish this video how we started it then, with hopefully a quick lap from Spa-Francorchamps. Let's try and make sure we get it nice and tidy at the final turn. And one more lap then. Belgium, Spa. Oh, it's such a lovely combo, but it has been completely ruined for us today. Yeah, that is the Italian gesture there, because, you know, we are in a Lamborghini, so officially I am Italian at the moment. But yeah, nice run out of turn one. I've actually learnt now 6th gear is the way to attack a Rouge rather than 5th gear. You get much more low-end torque grunt from the Lambo on the exit, as long as we just make sure we keep it nice and tidy. Then get the front end rotated in and really attack the curve though over the top. And you can see there, look at that, 2/10 immediately found. Would like to try and get a lap into the 17s here. Best lap so far has been an 18.44. So as we head up in towards Le Combe, pretty much braking at the start of the curbing. 3rd gear then, tip the nose in, really attack the curbs through the second part. Try and keep the car over on the left hand side, which I have not done that time round, but still try and make sure run nicely on the X there again as we head down the hill, braking just at the curbing there. Make sure you leave it in second gear. Watch out for the Lamborghini's understeer off the turn, and then again, really careful over this curb. You know, you want to be trying to get the nose actually rotating in quite early, of course, as the track falls away from you, as now you plummet down the hill in towards P1, then down one gear. Don't nudge that curbing on the outside like I've just done. Run horribly wide, pick up a 1X, and that's going to be my hot lap guide ruined as well. Just has not been my race, has it there? 8X, we might just gain a tiny bit of SR. I mean, we gained SR last time out in the Merc with 9 instant points, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, through that chicane, you meant to take it all in third gear. Obviously, you can really attack the curbs as we head through the first part of Stamina, though. You can run right out pretty much to the gravel trap there. And of course, it allows you to open up the run through the second part as well. Of course, completely pinned on corner exit as we head up in towards the final few corners then of this race. To be fair, only minus 18 iRating is not a bad recovery when we consider everything that happened here. So happy that I did just kind of stick it out. Otherwise, we probably could have lost at 50 or 60. So sometimes you just got to get on with it and make sure that you get to the flag. But round in the final couple of corners then here from Spa, not a race to write home about, but we've survived. And sometimes that's all you can really ask for then. Up over the start-finish line. It's going to be P17
P16.
when
Okay,
all
we're done.
is said and done there. No, P16. We did recover to 16th place then. So happy that we kept going. But yeah, let's have a look at those final race results. Well, here we are then, having a look at our final race results from Spa-Francorchamps. Technically, we did make progress in that one. 17th to 16th place when all is said and done there. Plus 0.15 SR, I will absolutely take that. Minus 11 iRating just tips us back below 2.2k once again. But yeah, thank you all to those of you that did stick around and watch to the end. Like I said, it was just one of those days where we had to try and make it through to the checkered flag there. It doesn't look like I don't know what the Ferrari driver's name was, to be honest, so I don't know whether we beat him as well. But thank you all so much for watching, and fingers crossed next time round things will go a little bit better.